I worked as a flight attendant for a few years when I decided to take an extended sabbatical from college. There were a handful of let's not meet situations I encountered, but one in particular makes my skin crawl more than any other. I was born and raised in Texas, but I'd moved to New York when I was 21. So when I found out at the beginning of a week-long trip that I'd have a couple of overnights in Austin, I was super excited to go to my home state for a few days. My brother lived just north of the city and we planned to hang out and go to dinner the night I arrived when he got off of work. And the following day we were going to meet up with our dad who just lived about an hour away. So I get to the hotel downtown, and the crew and I check in, and then we each head off to our own rooms. Short elevator ride up, and I get to mine. We're not even 5 minutes later, there's a loud, hard knock at the door. It was only around 1 or 2 p.m. and I hadn't called either my dad or my brother to let them know that I was in town yet, so they wouldn't have even known what room I was in. I assumed it was maybe one of the crewmates, so I headed to the door. Before even making it to the door, however, a loud male voice on the other side boomed. The front desk sent me about the bathroom problem you called in about, before trying to open the door. Unlock the door and open up, miss. I need it now. I froze in my tracks. I hadn't even been in the bathroom yet, let alone called anything to the front desk. I'm a petite chick, and while I take no shit from anyone despite my size, I still err on the side of caution. Slowly inching toward the door to look out the peephole, all I could tell was on the other side there was a man that was at least 6 feet tall and easily over double my weight. No way in hell I was going to unlock the door. I responded to the guy telling him he must have had the wrong room. He continued pounding on the door while constantly turning the handle, telling me no, he needed it in and was getting in the room one way or another. I panicked, but thankfully had the sense to grab the phone and call the front desk. The concierge confirmed that they had neither sent anyone up to my room, nor had they received a call about the bathroom. The entire time, this fucking guy was still determined to get in my room, pounding and yelling. Lucky for me, the front desk had dispatched security to my floor. When the security officers stepped off the elevator a few seconds later, I can hear them in the hall approach and ask the guy who he was, what he was doing, and telling him that he needed to leave the hotel. He immediately gets hostile and aggressive towards them, and the front desk clerk I'm still on the phone with tells me that the police have been called and are on their way. In the meantime, I'm trapped in my hotel room and scared shitless. Long story short, the cops show up pretty quickly and manage to arrest the guy for trespassing and criminal menacing or some shit. I later found out that the guy was also wanted in connection of string of break-ins and violent sexual assaults in Austin. He had seen and stalked me from the minute I entered the hotel lobby. Apparently, I was exactly his type of victim. Nothing else happened after that, but it still rattled the fuck out of me for the rest of my stay in the hotel.